Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wake the hell up, turn the volume way up, because we've got the second annual Maui Invitational Breakdown of the Don't Tell Mama Sports Podcast.
Yeah.
I'm Matt Coble, joined by Max Faulkner. Max, we're coming to the people here on Sunday afternoon with all these NFL games to talk about the Maui tournament. How excited are you?
Oh, this is the best tournament of Feast Week, for me anyway. I know Battle of Atlantis is pretty cool. There's other ones out there too, but those are the big two that I'm thinking of. But this by far is the biggest one. I absolutely love it. Watch it every single season. So I'm glad we're taking time out of our busy Sunday to talk a little basketball, Cole Breezy, because it tips off tomorrow, 1:30 my time, 12:30 your time. Yeah,
correct.
Hey,
Going to be a 3-day tournament in Maui, back in Maui this year after the wildfires last year. But yeah, happy Feast Week, as you said, Max. We're in the thick of it. In the thick of it, we've been having tournaments for about a week now. Awesome time of the year. Anything else you got going on?
Oh man, Cobrizi, we're hosting for Thanksgiving over here, so we're preparing already. We bought a Christmas tree today. Okay, bought a Christmas tree. It's up right now. It's already the house. The aroma of the smell from a Christmas tree. Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah. No,
so
hell yeah.
So I'm loving all of that, but yeah, it's a little hectic over here. We're busy, man. We're busy, but I'm glad we could slip a few minutes here to talk about the Maui Invitational. So heck yeah.
I'm definitely pumped for the Maui. Like I said, it's starting tomorrow, Monday, November 25th. So yeah, let's get into it, Max. Happy Feast Week to everybody out there. This is the 41st Maui Invitational, and like I said, it's back in the Lahaina Civic Center. Last year, we did this breakdown, Max. We had a historic field last year. We had 5 top 11 teams. We had number 1 Kansas. We had number 2 your Boilers. We had number 4 Marquette, number 7 Tennessee, and number 11 Gonzaga, along with UCLA and Syracuse.
Cobra, sorry to cut you off, but that might have been the greatest Maui Invitational ever. That was, of course, because I'm a Purdue fan, you're a Kansas fan, so we're a little biased. But come on, that was like 5 ranked teams, 6 ranked teams.
5 top 11. I'm with you. Definitely the most loaded field we've seen. And like you said, Max, your Boilers ended up taking down Marquette in the championship, 78-75. Not the matchup we wanted to see with my Jayhawks. They couldn't do it. And your boy Zach Edey was the MVP last season. This year, looking at the field, you can't put your nose up at this field. 3 top 5 teams and 4 in the top 10. Got number 2 UConn, number 4 Auburn, number 5 Iowa State, number 10 North Carolina, to go along with Michigan State, Colorado, Memphis, and Dayton. What do you think about just the overall field here? 3 top 5 teams and 4 in the top 10.
A lot of fun. These are all great teams here. I loved how Colorado played last year. I think that this year it's going to take a little dive there, Cole Breezy. I think it's going to take a little dive. All right,
more than a little.
Yeah. So as far as this tournament goes, maybe you can get hot, but I'm not putting my money on your Buffs. I'm not taking your Buffs on this one. But the fact that you named out 3 top 5 or 3 top 10. 3 top 5, and then we have another in the top 10.
4 top 10. Yep.
Amazing. It's another great tournament. Well done, Maui. You guys always figure out how to have some great teams in your invitational.
I'm sure it's not hard to get these teams out there. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's true. Good call on that.
Let's talk about each team here, Max, before we get into the bracket, making game picks. I think we need to lead off with the 2-time reigning defending national champion. It's only being respectful that we do, the UConn Huskies and Dan Hurley. They're number 2 right now, 4-0. They have wins over Sacred Heart, New Hampshire, Lemoyne, and East Texas A&M. Max, that strength of schedule, according to ESPN, is ranked 363rd out of 364 Division I teams. Second to last. We know UConn, they lost 4 starters from that second national championship team. All 4 drafted. Steph Castle, Donovan Clingan, Cam Spencer, and Tristan Newton to my Pacers. This year, the only starter back is their leading scorer. They got 4 guys averaging double figures, led by Alex Caravan. 16.5 points, 4.5 boards, 4 assists, 3.3 blocks for Caravan, shooting 64% from the floor, 83% from deep, and 54% from 3. Whoa. Give me
Wow.
your thoughts on the UConn Huskies 4-0 start.
So even though they're 4-0 and they're playing crappy teams, come on, they're two-time champions, Cole Breezy. We can't toss these guys out. We can't toss these guys out yet. This is going to be their biggest competition yet this season, obviously. Okay, so it's going to be a lot more fun to see what they have. But Cole Breezy, I'm just looking at their roster right now. They obviously have 4 guys here that are averaging at least 11.8 points per game. But what I'm seeing is that they're pretty deep. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 8 guys that are averaging at least 18 minutes per game.
I like it.
Right, that's pretty deep. That's a pretty
like
deep team. I would like to see in this invitational. Are they going to go 8 deep? They got a rookie, Cole Breezy, that I brought up that I think could win the Rookie of the Year in the NCAA, and Liam McNeely, freshman. He has 13 and a half points and 7 rebounds. Good start for this guy. Good start for this guy. So I wouldn't sleep on UConn to win this invitational. Okay, you still gotta. I mean, I guess technically they would be the favorite right now, considering that they won the championship last year.
2-time, back-to-back. Let's look at the Memphis Tigers now coming out of the American Conference. They're undefeated, 4-0. They have wins over Missouri, UNLV, Ohio, and San Francisco. That strength of schedule is ranked sixth in the nation. They only returned 1 player from last season, Max. This is one of those teams that we talk about, Purdue and Marquette keeping everybody in-house. Memphis, they returned 1 guy. Whole new squad here for Penny Hardaway. They got 4 guys averaging double figures, led by PJ Haggerty, 22 and a half points, almost 6 boards, almost 3 assists, shooting 49% from the floor, 86% from the line, and 50% from deep.
Whoa.
Spent his first year at TCU and then last year at Tulsa. Now he's on his 3rd team in 3 years. What do you think about the Memphis Tigers? 6th ranked strength of schedule.
Oh, wow. Big test. Now, here's a big test, okay, for Memphis. I would like to see what PJ Haggerty is going to do here, considering he's averaging almost 23 points a game, going up against UConn. That UConn gets India. They play some hard defense. That doesn't matter what team they have. They've always been a hard defensive team under
Top 3 coach in the nation, Dan Hurley.
Dan Hurley. I knew Dan. I was like, what's his last name? For some reason, I went blank. PJ Haggerty, I don't even know who this guy is, but damn it, he's proven to us that maybe he's going to make this Maui Invitational team. I don't know. Could happen.
A lot of points right now for him, 22 and a half. Let's move on to my Buffaloes of Colorado, now back into the Big 12. They're 4-0 to start. They've got wins over Eastern Washington, Northern Colorado, overtime game there, Cal State Fullerton, and Harvard. That strength of schedule is ranked 338th, so a lot of cupcakes there.
Yep.
Colorado lost all 5 starters. Cody Williams and Tristan Da Silva were both first rounders. KJ Simpson was a second rounder. 3 guys being drafted. That was the most in Buffalo history. Great team last year. That was a fun team to watch.
Good team.
This year, the Buffs have 4 guys averaging double figures, led by Andre Jakimovsky, 14 and a half points, 5 and a half boards. What do you think about the Buffs being 4-0 here?
So far, so good with this Maui Invitational. Once again, we have all undefeated teams, but like you just said, I mean, we brought it up in the beginning of the podcast. It's going to be quite a dip this season, especially since they're in the Big 12. Okay, good luck. Good luck. All right. I don't know any of these guys, so I don't know what to tell you. Cobras, you got nothing over there in Denver. You got nothing for us for the Buffs.
It might be the bottom of the Big 12. Might be the bottom of the Big 12.
There you go. I'm not expecting them to go anywhere in this Maui Invitational. If they win a game, I'd be surprised. Actually, Cobras, real quick. Sorry. What is that one team that always gets invited, that always gets their ass kicked?
Chaminade.
Are they in this?
The Silver Swords. I was surprised that they're not. I guess they only compete in odd numbered years. So last year they were in it. Next year they'll be in it.
Interesting. Okay,
well, I agree.
But also good competition this year compared to when frickin' Kansas got their first game with Chaminade. Get out
Division
of here.
2, Division 3. Yeah, it's not a contest. Next team we want to look at is the Spartans of Michigan State out of the Big 10. They're 4-1 right now. Wins over Monmouth, Niagara, Bowling Green, and Samford. Only lost is to my Jayhawks by 8 in the Champions Classic. Gives Michigan State a strength of schedule of 195. They lost 4 starters from last season. Tyson Walker, we like him. We like how he can fill it up. 18 a game last year. This season, they got 3 guys averaging double figures, led by Jaden Akins, 14 and a half points, 6 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. Yeah. Shooting 47% from the floor, 91% from the line, and only 22% from deep. Got to get that up,
Oh
Akins.
my gosh, 20, yeah.
What do you think about Tom Izzo and the Spartans this season?
Hey, Tom Izzo always figures it out, man. They always figure it out. Maybe they got some senior. They still got some seniors on the team, by the way.
Always,
So they got
always.
some leadership. Good to see. I'm really excited to see Purdue take on Michigan State this season. Always good games. But I think Jordan Akins obviously is the leader on the team. The fact that he's shooting 90% from downtown, 46.8% from the field ain't too bad. Obviously 3-pointers. Yeah, not very good. I feel like Michigan State never shoots good from three. I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying that. But I just feel like they're more of a drive to the hoop kind of team. I don't know. Just yeah, whatever. I like that bully ball down low a little bit. But this is gonna be a fun team. Okay, never count out Michigan State, whether in the dance or whether they're in this invitational. Never count them out, man. Tom Izzo, come on.
Yeah, Tom Izzo, top 3, 4, 5 coach in the nation. Also, yeah, I think they struggled from 3 last year, so need to get that up, Jaden Akins. Need to get 22%. Jesus. Let's move to the bottom of the bracket now. Auburn, the number 4 ranked Tigers of the SEC, are sitting here 4-0. They have wins over Vermont, number 4 Houston, Kent State, and North Alabama. Strength of schedule is ranked 102nd. They return 3 starters from last season and 3 of their top 4 scorers. They got 5 guys averaging double figures right now, led by Janai Broom. 20 points, 11.5 boards, 2.5 assists, 3.5 blocks, shooting 66% from the floor, looking like a first-team All-American right now. What do you think about Auburn?
I think Auburn is a sleeper to win the whole damn. Actually, how about this? Let's go to the Final Four. Right? I think they're a sleeper to go to the Final Four. Okay, I don't want to call it championship yet. But winning this invitational, I think this is a big opportunity. Dude, Cobrizi, they got 5 guys averaging over 10 points per game, and that's 6 guys averaging 9.3. Oh my goodness. They move the ball around, and they got that senior leadership pipe. Potentially, this guy could win Player of the Year, Cobrizi. Janai Broom could win Player of the Year. I could see it.
Definitely right now, 20 points, 11.5 rebounds. He's up there. Another good coach, Bruce Pearl. We respect him. That win over Houston, solid win there. Moving along, their matchup. I can't wait to talk about this matchup here in a little bit, but they're playing Iowa State, the 5th-ranked Cyclone.
Oh, baby, yes.
I'm not happy that they're put up against each other in the first round here. That's a tough game.
I want to watch that game, though. I'll tell you that much.
No doubt about it. Cyclones have wins over Mississippi Valley State, Kansas City, and IUPUI, my alma mater, by 35.
They're not even called IUPUI anymore, right? Isn't it like Indiana University, Indianapolis or something like that? Or Indy?
Notice I didn't even say that new name. Always IUPUI for me, but yeah, it's Indiana University, Indianapolis now. Yep. It's ridiculous that they changed their name, but yeah, smacked my Jaguars by 35. Strength of schedule for the Cyclones is ranked 355th out of 364 Division I teams. That's not getting it done.
Nothing.
They returned 4 starters, which were their 4 leading scorers last year. 4 big dogs all back. They got 5 guys averaging double figures this season, led by Curtis Jones, 15 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's shooting 50% from the floor and 42% from deep. What do you think about Iowa State in the Big 12 this season?
Iowa State in the Big 12 is going to be a great team. Okay, you already said how many starters are coming back. Looks like, just from looking at this, I know they're playing, we call them the cupcake games. Look how they're scoring right now, though, Cobrizi. Okay, they got 5 guys that are averaging at least double digits, and they got 1 other guy all coming off the bench averaging 9. They finally figured out how to score, maybe? I don't know. We'll see once they get to the Big 12, right? We'll see when they start competing in that. But you got
They've been in the Big 12.
I meant, I knew that. I meant when it's like conference play starts. Gotcha. That's what I meant. Gotcha. But yes. We'll see. We'll see if they start scoring from there. But you got to love this lineup, man. Tamin Lipsey, just a lockdown defender, but also a really good guard. Really good guard. So I like Iowa State. Maybe they're a sleeper too.
Yeah. Both Auburn and Iowa State are both Final Four sleepers, having to fight for that second round in this Maui. 2 more teams to look at here before the bracket. We got the Flyers from Dayton, currently 5-0. They got wins over St. Francis, PA, Northwestern, Ball State, Capital, and New Mexico State. Gives them a strength of schedule of 317th. They lost 2 starters and 2 of their 3 leading scorers last year. One of those guys being Deron Holmes, the A10 Defensive Player of the Year and Player of the Year. The Nuggets drafted him out here, first-round pick, towards Achilles before he even got started, darn it. 20.5 points, 8.5 boards last year. That's a big loss. This season for Dayton, They got four guys averaging double figures, led by Enoch Cheeks, another good name in college basketball, averaging
Enoch Cheeks. All right.
averaging 15 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 3.3 steals, shooting
Wow.
52% from the floor, 88% from the line, and 37% from deep. He's only 6'3", averaging 8.3 rebounds. I like this guy, Enoch Cheeks. What do you think about Dayton?
5-0, Cole Breezy. 5-0 in a conference where they can take it down. They can win this one for sure, for sure. Not minding this lineup I'm looking at too, Cole Breezy. Again, they got four guys that are averaging at least double-digit points. They got another guy that averaging 9. It looks like they only have a starting 5. That's the big one for me. Not going too deep. So, when you go up against Auburn, when you go up against UConn, I think it's going to be a little bit tougher. It's going to be tougher for them. But hey, the big dog that you named up, Cheeks. Hey, it looks like he knows what he's doing. That's all I got to say. So I don't know. Maybe Dayton gets hot, has at least an upset game or something. Whoever they're facing first, I could see it.
Yeah, Cheeks only 6'3", averaging 8.3 rebounds. I like that. I like that
Very
dog
good.
in him.
Yeah.
Last team to look at, the Tar Heels of North Carolina. They're ranked 10th in the nation. They're 3-1. They've got wins over Elon, American, and Hawaii. Only loss is at Kansas. That was a good road game there, 92-89. Strength of schedule for the Tar Heels is 104th. They lost 3 starters last year, which were their second, third, and fourth leading scorers. Armando Baycott, our guy, finally graduated, finally leaving fucking Chapel Hill, finally. Harrison Ingram, Cormac Ryan, second, third, and fourth leading scorers all gone. But they return, of course, their big dog, RJ Davis. He's leading 4 guys, averaging double figures. And they have 3 guys over 15 a game. So
yeah,
good top there. 18 points per game for RJ Davis, 3.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists. Shooting 34% from the floor and 23% from deep. He's looking like his boy Caleb Love right now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
What do you think about the Tar Heels? 3-1, only lost at Kansas.
The Tar Heels are always there too, but yeah, let's go right back to RJ Davis. We had RJ Davis as a top 10 wouldn't watch last year, thinking that he could potentially win the whole thing. Well, not really, because Zach Edey had it since the beginning of the season. But RJ Davis is an elite scorer, and it looks like his numbers have gone way down. Okay, last year he was average over 20 points per game. Now he's at 17.8. Shooting 36% from the field and 22 from downtown. That's got to go up. So maybe this Maui Invitational can wake him up a little bit to get ready for the ACC, because they need this guy to wake up a little bit. One thing I will say, though, Cobra, is this guy, Elliot Chadeau, averaging 16 with 6.8 assists, an elite point guard. Point guard. Yeah. And I had that last year when we were talking about potential sleepers for freshman of the year. I actually picked Elliot Chadeau because I think that he can be, or maybe it was ACC freshman of the year, whatever we decided.
Might have been freshman of the year.
Might have been freshman of the year. He's talented. He's very talented. And look, what a big step up he has had from last season already. 16 and almost 8 assists. Crazy. So look out for those guys, I would say, on North Carolina.
Yeah, RJ Davis needs Elliot Cadeau to set him up for sure. No more Armando Baycott. Different team there for North Carolina. All right, Max, we just looked at all 8 teams in this tournament. So now let's get to the bracket, making game picks. This should be quick. We don't need to spend too much time on these teams because we already talked about them. Let's start at the top. The first game tomorrow, baby. This is going to be a good one. UConn and Memphis. What are you thinking here?
UConn all the way. UConn, baby. I think Memphis is going to put up a good fight in the beginning, but UConn's going to take it away. I can't go against not only a team that beat my Boilers in the championship, but a two-time champions. I'm not. Maybe I have someone else taking them down here, but it's not going to be Memphis in the first game.
I can't see Memphis beating them either. Like I said, Memphis only returns 1 player from last season. Whole new team. PJ Haggerty. We'll see how many points he can score, but it's not going to matter. I got UConn with you.
Yeah.
Next game, we got Colorado. My Buffs out here from Boulder playing the Spartans of Michigan State. I've already been on record saying Colorado might be the basement of the Big 12. No way they're getting this one done. Jaden Akins, the big guys down low. A lot of big men always for Tom Izzo. They're going to get this one done over Colorado.
Yeah. Enough said there. Definitely go on Michigan State, baby. Michigan State not going against Tom Izzo in a game, especially with Colorado just we don't know. A lot of question marks, right? A lot of question marks.
I think we might know. I think we might know it's bad. It's bad.
But we don't know these guys, is what I'm saying. We don't know
You're
these
right.
guys. Who
You're
knows?
right.
Maybe they surprise us later on.
You're
But
right.
right now,
You're right. Maybe Tad Boyle does a hell of a coaching job. We'll see. We'll see.
who knows?
Next matchup tomorrow night. It's starting off the nightcap here, the doubleheader in the evening. The best one in the first round. This could have been the championship match. This could be a Final Four matchup this year. The Tigers of Auburn, the Cyclones of Iowa State. How you feeling in this one, Max?
Woo-wee. The best game in the first round by far. Have this one on, everybody. You better believe I'll have it on.
Oh, please.
But I am not going with an upset. I'm going with Auburn. I think Auburn's starting lineup is unreal. And we talk about Iowa State being such a hard, aggressive defensive team. Auburn does the same thing. They get it right. They bring it right back to you. So if you're let's say they equal out on defense, and then you have Janai Broom, who's going to be potentially player of the year. I'm going to go with the potential player of the year in Auburn as well. Let's go.
I like what you said, the toughness, the physicality. This is going to be a scrappy game. Guys are going to be bleeding. Guys are going to be on the floor. It's going to be a great game. But I'm also with you, Max. We're locked in here. I'm going to Auburn Tigers. Iowa State hasn't played anybody. They played my Jaguars, ranked 355th strength of schedule for the Cyclones. Auburn, they went to Houston in the Toyota Center, beat the Cougars of Houston and Kelvin Sampson. That's a big win for me. I'm going Auburn with you.
Yeah.
Last first round matchup, the Tar Heels of North Carolina, the Flyers of Dayton. This one's late, baby. I want to say like 11:30 Eastern time.
I hope I could stay up for it.
But I think RJ Davis, like you said, Max, he might get loose here. He might get unlocked. Only shooting 23% from deep. Get out of here. I got the Tar Heels. And big game from Enoch Cheeks, possibly on the other side, but I got the Tar Heels.
I think it could be closer than we think here, but I'm going Tar Heels. I think Chido has a great game, additioning up to RJ Davis. RJ Davis, come on, man. Wake up. We need some senior leadership out of you. Let this kind of competition be what wakes you up. Let's go.
Let's go to the consolation side, Max, now, the left side. We both got Memphis and Colorado leading us off here. Colorado, I've talked about it enough. I got Memphis in this game.
Memphis.
Even though I'm wearing the shirt, Memphis, no doubt about it. The other consolation game, we both have Iowa State and Dayton getting locked up here. This is going to be a scrappy one too, but I got the Cyclones. Here.
I'm sticking with Iowa State. I just love that defense. Dayton, we don't know about their defense, and they do have a good guy in Enoch Cheeks. Obviously, we keep bringing it up, but you gotta love that defense from Iowa State.
Mm-hmm. Let's just get out the losers bracket here, Max. Let's knock that out. The 7th place game, Colorado and Dayton. Enoch Cheeks, he goes off. Colorado. Sorry, boys. You're going home 0-3.
Same here, Cobrazy. I got Dayton on that, no doubt about it. Maybe that I was foreshadowing right off the bat. I said Colorado. They're probably going to be the worst team this invitational. So sorry, Cobrazy.
Yeah. Hey, I'm right there with you. No need to apologize. No need to apologize. Other loser bracket game. Memphis, Iowa State, the 5th place game here. This is going to be a good one. Remains to be seen what's going on with Memphis. I'm way more intrigued by Iowa State. Trust them way more, returning their 4 leading scorers. Curtis Jones is having a good year. We already brought up Taman Lipsey. I got Iowa State getting 5th place in the Maui.
I agree. No question about it. 5th place.
We're locked in right now, Max. We're locked in the same. Let's go to the semifinals. On Tuesday. Got the Huskies of UConn taking on the Spartans of Michigan State. I was back and forth on this one, Max. I was back and forth on this one because I'm not sure. UConn, we got a strength of schedule for the Huskies of UConn of 363 out of 364 Division I teams. They have not been tested. Lose 4 starters, but I had Michigan State, but then I went back and I put UConn. I got the Huskies moving on to the championship.
I still got UConn too, man. You know, it's hard for me to, again, a 2-time champion. It's hard for me to go away from that right now. So I will go UConn.
I wanted to go Spartans. I just feel like there's not enough talent, not enough scoring ability for the Spartans. I found myself trying to talk myself into it. And I don't want to do that. So Huskies 2-time reigning defending champs, gotta put them forward.
Man, you might be already be in March Madness, Cole Breezy. You try to talk yourself into this other team to win. You're like, oh, I feel it in my gut, but is that my gut? Is that my gut, or is that temptation?
Good practice.
Is that temptation coming in? Yeah,
Good practice for March. Good practice. Other semifinal matchup here in the Maui, the Tigers of Auburn and the Tar Heels of North Carolina. Ooh, blows. This one's juicy. Going to be back and forth. This game could be in the 90s. This game could be high scoring, but I'm going to go Bruce Pearl. I'm going to go Janai Broom, Denver Jones, Auburn Tigers moving on the championship.
Go Breezy. We're right on board. We're right on board. I got also the Auburn Tigers here. After having a big time bully ball game against Iowa State, you know it's going to be a hard defensive game. And then they got to go right back to UNC. That UNC is always there.
Wow.
But the warm-up game against Iowa State is going to get them ready and prepared to go up against UNC. But I think it's going to be a great game. But I am definitely still going Bruce Pearl and Janai Broom, baby, with the Auburn Tigers.
We got the same bracket right now, Max. The championship game, Wednesday evening. We got the Huskies of UConn taking on the Tigers of Auburn. This baby's going to be back and forth. But like I said, UConn has the 363rd ranked strength of schedule according to ESPN, whereas Auburn went to Houston, beat the Cougars in the Toyota Center. I think Janai Broom's going to be the best player on the floor. Auburn Tigers are your Maui championship winners for me this year. Going through Iowa State, North Carolina, and UConn, they deserve the number one ranking after this.
Go Breezy. Okay, apparently we just, you know, I don't know if you were looking at my paper, you know, what was happening.
Of course.
So somehow a satellite dish got us, you know, intertwined, and so we just heard each other,
Always,
you know, like
always.
through ESP. But anyway, I got Auburn. No doubt about it. And just exactly how you said it, Breezy. I think Auburn can win this Maui Invitational, and when they do, they might as well. They deserve that number one team in the league. They deserve it. Maybe they would give it to them over Kansas, maybe, but they'll at least be number two, obviously. So I got Auburn, baby. I got Auburn. Let's go.
That would be 4 top 10 wins for Bruce Pearl and Auburn. Oh my goodness, that's a hell of a resume builder here from Maui. Let's try to get a little different now with our all-tournament team to finish up this podcast, Max.
Do it.
Our top 5 guys, the MVP of this tournament for me, going to Auburn, of course, Janai Broom, my MVP this season.
We bragged about it all this entire episode, say that he's going to be player of the year. Why would we not? Why would we not? I got Janai Broom, top player, no doubt about it in my mind, no doubt.
3.3 blocks, 20 points, 11.5 boards. Really impressive. Really impressive for
3.3 blocks. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, seriously. Runner up for MVP on my first team. I got RJ Davis. I'm with you, Max. I think he wakes up. They feed him the Brock. Hubert Davis gets it to him. Elliot Cadeau sets him up. RJ Davis on my first team.
I do have RJ Davis on my first team. I might as well just say that, but I don't have him as runner up. I got Alex Caravan as the runner-up. I think he has a big tournament. I think even against Auburn, he's going to have a big game. He might even throw up a double-double against these guys. But Alex Caravan, my runner-up. And then at number 3, I'm just going to go ahead and say R.J. Davis. Yes, he wakes up. He has a great tournament.
I got Alex Caravan on my first team as well. 3.3 blocks, 64% from the floor, 54% from deep. Caravan's having a hell of a season. He's looking like a first-team All-American right now. Another guy that I have, I could see Iowa State beating Auburn in the first game, of course. That baby's a toss-up. And then I can see Iowa State making a run and winning the whole thing. I can see Iowa State winning this Maui. And if that happens, Tamin Lipsey, point guard for TJ Otzelberger, he's going to be on the first team. 13.5 points, 3.5 assists, 3 steals, 55% shooting from the floor. I like Tamin Lipsey a lot. This is a Final Four contender.
Go Breezy. I got Tamin Lipsey as well. You already said it enough. I love the fact that he's such a hard defender. It looks like he's scoring the ball even better this year as well. Because last year, real quick, Iowa State, Tamin Lipsey was a sophomore. A lot of these guys were young sophomores and freshmen. Hey, now they're upperclassmen. Okay, they're ready. They've been there. They've done that now. And yeah, like you said, I could see them. I could see them win the Maui Invitational. But Tamin Lipsey also on my team. Let's go.
Now, I definitely know we're going to have a different guy here for this 5th spot. Give me your last guy on your first team.
All right. I think that maybe that he's the one guy that absolutely goes off on this team. And then in doing so, who knows? Maybe there's an upset. It could happen. You know, it's the Maui Invitational. It could happen. I got Enoch Cheeks.
Hey, Enoch. Cheeks.
Enoch Cheeks. Okay, I could see it. I could just see him just going off, having a great tournament. Regardless if they win that first game and they go into the winner's bracket, or if they lose and go to the loser's bracket, I think he's just going to have 3 great games. I could see it. Enoch Cheeks, I think he makes it into that.
Enoch Cheeks, I like it. 8.5 rebounds from your 6'3" guard. I like that dog in him. My last guy, I got Auburn winning it, so I'm going to put 2 Tigers on my first team. I got their senior point guard, Denver Jones, averaging 11.5 points, 4 assists, shooting 57% from the floor, 42% from deep, and 100% from the line. Has not missed a free throw this season.
Whoa.
Denver Jones, he's giving Bruce Pearl that senior leadership at the point guard position, feeding Janai Broom. Auburn, I got him winning, so I put 2 Tigers on my first team.
Cool, Breezy. I can dig it.
All right, Maxie, that's going to do us for our second annual Maui Invitational Breakdown. It's our favorite tournament of Feast Week, our favorite in-season tournament of college basketball. We're going to do this every year. I love doing this one with you, but want to tell everybody, have a happy Thanksgiving, safe travels if you're out there moving around. Eat a lot of turkey if we don't talk to you before then. Anything you got, Max, before we get out of here?
Oh, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Stuff your face. It's okay. This is the one time of year you have whatever you want. You have turkey, you have mashed potatoes, stuffing, sweet potatoes, cheesy potatoes, spinach dip, buffalo chicken dip. I'm making that for the games.
Really?
Right? I'll be making that for football, watching that while I'm cooking and everything. Oh, Breezy, like I already said, I'm hosting. So I'm making that turkey. I'm making that stuffing, the mashed potatoes. We did a pierogi day yesterday, Cole Breezy. A pierogi day. That took us like all day, literally all day. It took us like 6-7 hours. All right. A lot of pierogis are made. A lot of
time in the kitchen. That's
what we're doing right now. Yeah. I'm injured too now, Cole Breezy, from doing all this. My Achilles is hurting. Okay. My Achilles is hurting. Can you believe that?
Sniper? Someone sniped you?
Jeez, yeah, jeez Louise. But what are you gonna do, huh? You just gotta keep rolling. Just like Kenny Kawaguchi in that wheelchair, or should I say J.K. Dobbins? You know, he's rolling in the end zone.
Career season.